I lent my best friend $15,000, now we're strangers who pretend we never existed. We were best friends for 12 years. 12 birthdays. 12 Christmases. 12 years of Friday nights, bad breakups, road trips, and early morning hangovers. He was the guy I called at 2 a.m. when my dad died. I helped him move 6 times. He was my best man. I was supposed to be his. And then one loan destroyed everything. This is a long one. But maybe it'll stop someone else from making the same mistake I did. His name's Kyle. We met in college, bonding over video games and late-night ramen. After graduation, we both ended up in the same city, me working in IT, him bouncing between warehouse gigs and freelance photography. Kyle was always the dreamer. The kind of guy who lived on the edge of rent being due, always convinced that this next idea would change everything. And honestly, I admired that. I was the planner. The spreadsheet guy. The one with a budget and backup savings. I admired that Kyle chased life with open hands, even when I knew it wasn't sustainable. We stayed close through our 20s. I got promoted, bought a car, eventually a condo. Kyle stayed in shared apartments with musicians, baristas, and yoga instructors. He always had a story. He always made us laugh. But things started to change around year 10. It was the middle of the pandemic. Work was weird, rent was high, and Kyle had just gotten out of a messy breakup. He called me one night, voice low, quiet in a way I didn't recognize. "I need help, man. I'm drowning." He'd fallen behind on rent, his car died, and he was trying to launch a freelance business, a legit photography studio. He had branding, gear, even a client list lined up. But he was short. He needed $15,000. Not a small ask. I hesitated. But he said all the right things. "It's a loan. I swear. I'll pay it back. I've got gigs lined up. Contracts even. I just need help getting over this hump." I said I'd think about it. And then I did what I always do, I made a spreadsheet. Looked at my savings. Looked at what I could afford to lose, worst case. And in the end, I told myself. He's your best friend. You've known him forever. If you can't help him now, what kind of friend are you? So I wired him the money. And that's when the silence started. The first lie. At first, he was grateful. Texts. A phone call. Even a little voice memo saying, "Thank you, man. You saved me." Then a few weeks went by. I reached out casually, "Hey, how's the business going?" He left me on read. Another week. I try again. Nothing. Finally, I call. "Oh hey man, sorry. Super busy. Things are wild. I'll call you back." He didn't. I gave it time. People get overwhelmed. I wasn't his boss, I reminded myself. Just a friend helping a friend. But then 3 months passed. No updates. No payments. No effort. I asked, gently, about the repayment plan. He got defensive fast. "Dude, are you serious? I told you I'm working on it. I'm not scamming you." I told him I wasn't accusing him of anything. Just wanted communication. "You always do this," he said. "Treat me like some project. Like I owe you explanations." I didn't even know how to respond to that. Was I wrong for asking? The turning point. But something felt off. A mutual friend posted a story, Kyle out partying. Bottle service. A new camera. A weekend trip. I asked him directly. "Hey man, not trying to be weird, but, it's hard seeing that while the loan's still floating." He blew up. "I knew you'd do this. I knew money would make you act like this. You said you were helping me. Now you're just judging me. That was the last time we spoke civilly. The fallout. I sent one final message. Kyle, I gave you that money in good faith. I never wanted to be a debt collector. But I do expect accountability. If you can't pay me back, just be honest. No reply. Then I found out he blocked me. On everything. Phone. Social. Email. Just vanished. That was 9 months ago. I've written off the money. I mean, I had to. Legally I could sue, but it would cost more emotionally than I want to pay. There's no contract. Just trust. Just history. He still lives in the same city. I've run into mutuals. They all say the same thing. Yeah, we don't really talk anymore either. Turns out I wasn't the only one he borrowed from. One guy, $2,000. Another, $700. A girl he dated, $3,500 and a laptop. None of them have heard from him since. He's burned every bridge in his life, for what? A few $1,000s and the fantasy of a career he didn't want to build the hard way. What hurts the most? It's not the money. It's the erasure. 12 years. Sleepovers. Secrets. Late-night drives. Weddings. Funeral support. Hospital visits. All deleted like a bad contact. He didn't just take $15,000. He took my belief in what we had. He made me doubt every laugh, every hug, every time I said, I've got your back. What I learned. 1. Don't lend money you can't emotionally afford to lose. 2. Even the best people can become strangers. 3. Financial stress reveals who someone really is. 4. Trust is a currency more valuable than cash, and once spent, it's almost impossible to earn back. Hope wherever Kyle is, he finds peace. I hope he learns what he destroyed. And I hope I never let someone do this to me again. Because friendship should be stronger than money. But sometimes, money is the truth serum that tells you what the friendship really was. It's been over a year since Kyle vanished from my life. And I'd almost made peace with it. Almost. I stopped checking his socials. I deleted his contact. I even let go of the fantasy that one day he'd show up, hand me a check, and apologize with tears in his eyes. Life moves on. It has to. But then, 2 weeks ago, I saw him. Not on purpose. Not planned. Just one of those cruel coincidences that life loves to toss at you when you think you're doing okay. The encounter. It was a Saturday morning. I was running errands, grabbing coffee before hitting the hardware store. I pulled into the lot of a small cafe, half asleep, craving caffeine more than conversation. And there he was. Kyle. Standing by a white SUV, talking to some guy in a suit. He looked different, not just older, but heavier, almost bloated. His beard was thicker. His hair was tied back. He was wearing designer sunglasses and what looked like a $1,000 jacket. For a second, I froze. Then my body just acted. I parked, got out, and walked up to him. I didn't plan what to say. Didn't even expect to feel what I felt. Not rage. Not pain. Just emptiness. Like looking at a stranger wearing your best friend's skin. The confrontation. He didn't notice me until I was 5 feet away. When he turned and saw me, his whole body locked up. Eli. That was all he said. Not hey, man. Not how are you. Not I'm sorry. Just my name. I asked, you really gonna act like we don't have anything to talk about? He sighed. Not here, man. Not here. Where, then? You've ignored me for over a year. He looked at the guy next to him, business partner maybe, or investor, who knows, and mumbled something. The guy nodded and walked off. We were alone. He leaned against the SUV, took off his glasses, and looked at me with tired eyes. You want me to say sorry? Fine. I'm sorry. I laughed. You ghost me after stealing $15,000, and that's what you go with? It wasn't stealing. I told you I'd pay you back. But you didn't. You blocked me, lied to everyone, and disappeared. He looked away. You wouldn't understand. I stepped closer. Try me. The excuses. What followed was 20 minutes of the most pathetic, twisted justification I've ever heard. According to Kyle, he panicked when he couldn't make the first payment. He felt ashamed and didn't know how to talk to me. He spiraled after some gigs fell through. He didn't want to ruin our friendship by making it about money. The irony nearly killed me. I asked, you thought blocking me was better than having a hard conversation? He didn't respond. I asked, so what now? You just keep pretending nothing happened. He shrugged. People move on. Things get messy. I didn't handle it well, okay? But I didn't mean to hurt you. That line stuck in my head for days. I didn't mean to hurt you. As if that erased what happened. The truth. I asked him, point blank. Do you even have the money? He didn't answer. That told me everything I needed to know. He wasn't planning to pay me back. Not now. Not ever. He might not even think he owes me anymore. I told him, I don't want the money. That surprised him. You don't? No. I want to never see you again. His face changed. Like something behind his eyes cracked. I added. I came here because I needed closure. I needed to know if the person I loved like a brother was still in there. And he's not. Aftermath. I walked away. Didn't wait for a reply. Didn't look back. I sat in my car for a while, hands shaking. Not from anger, but from grief. Because I realized something. Kyle died a long time ago. Not literally. But the Kyle I knew, the one who'd sit with me all night when I was going through hell, he's gone. Replaced by someone who sees friendship as conditional, support as transactional, and guilt as a nuisance. Closure, sort of. You'd think I'd feel better after seeing him. I don't. But I do feel done. Done hoping. Done wondering. Done replaying what I should have said. I finally see it clearly. He was never coming back. And maybe that version of him never really existed. Maybe I just saw what I wanted to see. Maybe I believed in the version of Kyle I needed him to be. But now I believe in myself more.